Oh yeah. Did I fuck this up? No, good. First stream with a new setup. Let's give it a go. I got a new monitor. Well, a new monitor. Because of a bunch of bullshit, as Kirazan knows. What up, Kier? How you doing, man? So much visual real estate on this other monitor now, though, at least. That's nice. 4K is the best K. Unfortunately, I won't be listening to any music today because I'm also training to YouTube. Yeah, definitely had some craziness. So we're gonna play my Paladin. I'm gonna kind of go through some thoughts I've got here too. I have a really nice build that I've been working. I just kind of made. Is fit so 52 inch like an I guess it goes 50 then 55, right? This TV right here, this is a Samsung like SUHD whatever the fuck TV. It's now starting to fuck up too, and I'm like, why? This thing's like, I got this in like 2015, 2016. Actually might have been 2014, but somewhere in there. But I could buy this exact monitor now. Well, TV now. From like Costco, and like 250 bucks. I think I spent like 2100 on that TV when I first got it. Which is just, it just chaps my goose here, dude. Okay, let's go. I do want to go to Hell Tides, right? I want to finish this. Yeah, 100%. Oh, okay, so I did unlock it. No, I did not. How do you unlock this? Lies, sin, anguish. It says not yet unlocked. Hangs of Duriel can drop. I think I just have to go do Duriel in the Hell Pit. Or I'm sorry, in the slot. I already have the slot unlocked, which is why it's funny. I think I just need to I need to go do more Duriel. I did like 5 of them last night and it didn't unlock, so go do Daddy Dury. What is up, Johnny Zos? That video on what game is better? It's been quite the hot button thing. It's doing, I just put it up. It's doing pretty well. I haven't put up videos this whole year yet, right? I mean, we're 6 days into it. My first video of the year. It's doing pretty well. It's doing, it'll, I didn't think it'd be that button, a hot button of a topic. Like people are like, you're fucking dumb. I'm like, okay. But I think we're going to start hitting Hightail pretty hard now. I did want to do like a, you know, top games of 2026 that are coming type of thing, and I still might do that, like do one tomorrow. But are we getting any feedback into the microphone? Are we good here? Yeah, new me and old me, pretty similar. They got work hand in hand. So you guys let me know what you think of this build. I'm trying to test too. Like, this is my first time streaming with 2 4K monitors active right now, so we got to see if this causes any frames dropped for me. It should be fine, right? Game volume okay too. I don't want you guys to, I don't want to, I was going to start Expedition 33, but I think we're going to start Hightail next week. And if Hightail doesn't, like, it doesn't bite, like people just don't want the game, then I will play Expedition 33, because then I'll have no other games to play until, really, until March. We have Crimson Desert in March. We have the DLC for this in March. April, or we also have Neo 2 is February to March time. Or sorry, Neo 3. We will also have what's that other game? Crimson Desert, I already said. Yo, what up, Frank? Crimson Desert is in March. This is in March. Neo 3 is in March. Hightail. There's something in April I can't think of. And Dawn of War? Dawn of War in April? I don't think they've set an actual release date. I think the problem with this build is it doesn't really quite have, like... I need to draw people in. So I might need to change it a little bit. I think the thing that I'm not using the most is Falling Star. Ugh, I wish that were the case, Dronizos. I bought one 2 years ago, and another one just... So what happened was my, my power strip underneath my desk blew in the middle of the night last week. And I thought that it was actually my monitor that blew. And after further inspection, after I already bought a new fucking monitor, I found it was the actual power strip. So I upgraded to a universal power supply. So it was an actual brick of battery down there. And I got a power strip that plugs into that. That power strip only running like a couple lights, you know, like stuff that's like not really like quote unquote mission critical. And then my monitors, my computer are all going into the universal power supply. So it split the load of everything, which is nice. But and again, huge shout out here to Kirzan, who helped me out through like every step of the way on this. Then I had the monitor and I was like, do I really want to return this? Like, I got it at like a really nice, it was like $500 off. I put it on a Best Buy card, so that meant I got 0 APR. Share the load. I'm like, maybe I just kind of fucking say fuck it. And I got it on the 31st, so I got it right before, it'd be like a final end of year write-off. I was like, you know what, maybe I just stick with it and see if I like it. And I do, I love it. I like this monitor, the new monitor, more than I like the old one. And the other one's like QD, OLED, blah blah blah. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do here for this build, I got an idea. I'm looking for an upgrade for my HD museum stuff. Yeah, dude, get the one I got. The one I got is really nice. Okay, so we just killed him. Why is this not unlocking? Essence of Pain, Essence of Squalor, Divine Gift. Do I need to get a certain level? I haven't... I just got an LG Ultra Gear. It's an OLED one. It was on sale, and it was a steal. I can look it up here real quick. Best Buy. On sale monitors. It might not be on sale. Yeah, here it is. And it's got like if I really cared about, also I don't like the white on this monitor. It blows out. Like if I were to look at a website that has white background, I can't tell like the delineation. Oh no, dude. Oh no. This other one's an MSI. And if I could somehow swap this for another LG, I would. If someone said, hey, I'll pay you, I'll buy another LG and swap it for you, I would 100% do that. Really, Dronzos? That's awesome. I had an Acer Predator before. It felt like a lot felt like a lot. It felt like a lot, to be totally honest. Okay, what am I fucking up here? There's no fucking speakers. They all have fucking speakers now, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, divine gifts. D4, how to unlock Essence of Pain. You know, by defeating the season's lesser evils and collecting a special drop called Corrupted Essence. And bring, I don't think I've gotten that. But I think that's the problem, is I have to kill him till I get a Corrupted Essence. Oh, there it is, I got it. Okay, well, we'll fix that out. Let me figure something out right now. We have 9 people watching over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, if you could just say something real quick, I want to make sure chat is connecting for you. And tell me on YouTube if you can see the Twitch chat. I didn't think that this would be very popular on YouTube. I just, you know, I'm trying to get in the habit of restreaming again and making sure that I actually stay on top of my streaming schedule. So you guys just pay attention to this build, kind of how we're playing it. You can kind of, I'll break it down once we get through this area. And I'll break down also how the build functions and what I'd like to maybe do to change things around. I think I'm going to swap my Q off for another aura. And I think that aura is going to be the one that draws things into me. I can see Twitch chat. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ken. We can see perfect. It's perfect. Ooh, Astral Helm, nice. Did I miss the thing? Oh, by the way, Kier, remember how you were like, oh yeah, you can just go ahead and go to the portal for Hadriel anytime you're in a location. Well, I couldn't see that portal because you have to do like a season quest, and the season quest is literally just go talk to Hadriel, and I didn't do it, so that was the problem. And thank God it did everything retroactively, or else, because I wasn't getting any rank in the Hadriel stuff too. I was like, what the fuck? Do you make the switch to Twitch? It helps me out a lot. Switch into Twitch. I could build on my pally right now, and I love it so much. That's where we are right now, Red Ken. I know a lot of people are going Judicator, and dude, Judicator and Arbiter are really, really, really fun. I was really enjoying it, but I was like, I really want to see if I can make, I want to see if I can make Zealot work, because Zealot seems kind of like flat, and I definitely have gotten it to work, I would say. I'm gonna go grab this. The Zenith is so cool too. Zenith is fucking rad. Do I have helms? Do I have an ancestral amulet? So let's see if this is an amulet. What I used to have with this build is the disciple version of Blessed Hammer. So hammers spin around me, and those hammers, I have the aspect that makes it so that hammers or disciple skills weaken things. So that was my vehicle for weakening things. Weaken's part of this build. We'll talk about it in a second. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just get the 50 more to do. Where is probably over here. Infinite Beyblade. Remember, guys, I am a Gamer Subs partner, so you can support the channel by using Sparty Party at checkout at G Subs. Little gamer subs like that. Like that banner. Boom. Let's do it again. Whoa. Boom. I'm gonna make a commercial, like a little like commercial where it's like, yeah, you know, go here, do this. It explains a lot of these things, but I'm gonna make it like, it's supposed to be me. It is me. I don't understand. How do you not understand that that's me? You don't see the resemblance? Oh, my name's Frank. I'm not a space marine. Damn right I got you there, dude. I also don't have any issue fortifying now. So I can change around a lot of my shit. Alright, so this guy's at full health, right? We will do this, then we'll weaken him, and then we'll just chop him up. It's just a disgusting build. I don't even think I really crit much on that, to be totally honest with you, too. I have plenty of health, too. Plenty of health. Okay, we need 6 more. Probably looks like Kratos. Thank you, I do look like Kratos. I appreciate that. I used to have such a longer beard. You guys remember that. But I think it looked good on camera, because my beard looks like it's like set up more on camera, but in person it looked haggard, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked really rough. And I guess I didn't really dawn on me, whatever it was. You can't straighten your beard like Kratos every day. Because then it fries your beard and your beard becomes brittle and it can like break. So you can't it can't always be sculpted. So basically you got to choose the days that you actually want to like straighten your beard, and the other days it's just going to be like haggard face nest. I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I don't have hair, man. What do I know? I might even actually go lower. Straightening tongs. I was gonna use those, yeah. But then I go to a barber. Okay, I know I'm bald, but I use barber. I get I once a month I have someone trim my beard. That was my concession. Like, okay, if I'm gonna shave my head using like a straight razor, then I'm gonna go to like a nice barber and have him like line my beard up and trim my beard once a month. It feels nice too. It's cheap. It's 20 bucks. I don't give a shit, you know? Like, think of how much you pay on like a haircut. I go and the guy's like, yeah, okay, I'll line you up. $20 later, puts a hot rag on me and everything. It feels good. But I was like, hey man, I was thinking of like using like one of those straightening tongs basically, right? To straighten my beard more. And he's like, don't do it. It'll fry your beard. Oh. Guess I won't do that. Did I start the sub goal for this month? Introducing clip timeline. Clips that you create now have an edit timeline of 90 seconds to capture the right moment. Oh, cool. I like that. Manage goals. I sure did. New year, new me. Oh yeah, dude. You look at Kratos. That his beard is, for all intents and purposes, straightened. How dare you? Elrath, what is up, brother? No, the event ended. I was having so much fun. I think, honestly, games need to have more consistent events. I play a lot of Ultima Online, right, that I've always talked about, but you think about MMOs. What's like one of your favorite times to play MMOs? It's always that like lead into the end of the year, right? You always have a cool either end of summer event or like a fall event, and then you have a Halloween event, and then you have a Christmas event. Those are all so fucking fun. And I think that games need to do that more often because I think it keeps people very engaged. Or have like Skate House has a lot of events that keep it fresh. It keeps it fresh. It does. It keeps it fresh. Fortnite has them. Alrath just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, brother. Alrath, such a fucking G, dudes.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
No, okay, so we're gonna go up one more, so I'll grab these. We're not really doing lucky hit, but we're gonna do that. I'm gonna work on getting this one up online too. Need 10 more, which we will be able to get. Let's go this and that way. Yeah, let's get 20 downs.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Use a good beard oil 20-30 minutes before. Just saw that stuff on. Then use a beard straightener. I prefer the Kushel Bar by Jeff Chastain. I have a longer beard and do it once every 3 to 4 days. Oh, protects the beard. Okay, Neurospicy. I do use a beard oil. I should use it more. I don't use it more. I'm thinking, so usually when I go to the barber, I have it trimmed down to a 3. I'm going to go to a 2, I think, and just really bring it real low. See what it looks like. Okay, let's go to Hattie Daddy real quick. Save that. Save that. The rest can all be broken down now at this point in the game for me. What I do like to check, though, is, okay... Nope. 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 So I like to make sure that none of them are upgrades to stuff I'm currently using. I'm not using my primary resource. Yeah, mine clearly used to be longer. Hype train has started. A hype train has started with Elrath. Thank you so much. Don't do a goatee. I did a goatee for a bit, and I don't think I ever looked good, and no one told me. Okay, so we have this now. So is just the point to use Bless? Like, why would I ever want to corrupt? Briefly gain max barrier after becoming injured. Rewards drop. Refill a healing plant. These are kind of all boring. Dude, Dronizos, no, bro. Yeah, I don't understand why I would ever want these to go corrupted. Why I would want to be corrupted. Evil Spock. Increase the divine gifts ranks to 3. Yeah, is there something I don't understand about these being corrupted? You know what people do right now is, where is he? A lot of people just go hang out here. And you know, we're gonna do that real quick while I explain a lot of what's going on. Okay. We'll do that. This is kind of a cheesy mechanic I'm not really too stoked on. So the next video I want to work on tomorrow is my gaming Mount Rushmore. What's a title for that? Like, I think just want to name it like, what is your Mount Rushmore of video games? Again, this would be your top 4, because Mount Rushmore has 4 heads on it. Games. And these games can be influential to you, nostalgic to you, the best games you've ever played, the best series you've ever played, whatever it is. Does that title kind of, does it have teeth, you know? Does hearing... Okay, I didn't know about Beard Butter. I thought Beard Butter was only for shaving. So here's the question though with Beard Butter. Won't that get on my pillows and everything? So what people do is they just literally sit right here. Let me grab it. So, this is Suavecito beard oil. It's unfortunately Star Wars themed. It just happens to smell really good. So you're saying I'd wear this before an event, which I use. Then I've got Ruzel here. This is Beard Balm. And then I've got Smooth Viking Beard Balm. Is Beard Balm the same as butter? And wipe it away with a dark towel. I assume that so you don't see those grease stains. Maximum concentration biotin beard grow butter with castor oil. Sounds insane. It's really nice without having the overly oil feel. Balm is good for going out. No butter is different. Okay, okay. Do you have a brand you recommend? Dude, I'm always down to try things that, like, are supposed to be better for me, you know? Like, I'm never gonna be like, no, can't do that, I'm set in my ways. I'll try it, if I don't like it, I'll stop. Manscaped is very, I mean, I have a Manscaped trimmer, I love it. But a lot of their other products, like, their crop preserver, I do like that. Oh, Johnny Zos, how dare you. Gonna sit here and rip and grip. Yeah. The newest one, I got the newest one for my birthday. I don't like it as much as I like 3.0. 3.0 one was really nice. Well, Neurospice, if you're on the Discord, you can message me and give me a recommendation. I'm always down for trying new things. Has it ever cut you? It definitely has. But it's cut me because of, like, the skin on my body around my stomach is loose because of former fat kid. So certain, like, the sides, it'll cut that because it's like it goes over like a stretch mark, and the stretch mark has ripples in it, and it's easy to snag a ripple. Not unlike your ball sack. Oh, it's fine, dude. What you gotta do is, okay, so think of your balls as like a swimming cap, right? With a swimming cap, it's just kind of like that, right? Just kind of like that. You gotta stretch it. So you literally just you pinch the bottom of your sack and pull it, and then the razor. I thought people were crazy doing that, and then I learned that that's actually not that bad. It's not. It's definitely not at all. It's like you kind of look at like a ball sack, right? It's like it's all wrinkly when it just kind of. Well, those balls are as smooth as eggs. I appreciate that Dave Chappelle reference. But if it's the same thing you do, Frank, to shave your nuts with a straight razor, right? Because you kind of you pull them out like you're gonna like when you watch those old time barbers like use the cowhide to sharpen their fucking straight razor. You do the same thing, but rather than using your straight razor on your sack, you just use the trimmer. I'm a big, as I've said before, my term for shellacking the undercarriage, shaving your pubes, is impeaching the president. So all men should impeach the president every month and a half, because there's no fucking way you're gonna sit there and go, unless you're really into hair pie, unless you're really into a girl with an unkempt downstairs mumbo jumbo, which dudes are. There are dudes that are into it. I don't. It doesn't need to be like a porpoise down there, but I like a little maintenance. So if I expect maintenance, I need to be maintained as well. You can't just go, my girl has got just a massive bush, or my dude's got a bunch of dick fur down there. you gotta have equally a self-maintained bush to match what you want, right? Dress for the job you want is what I'm trying to tell you. That was just clipped. That was too good. In the middle of saying, I was like, that's so funny. I mean, you don't need to do it, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Because you just a little bit, like a light trimming. You don't need to porn status it. In fact, every time I do, I have burned the forest before. I have completely, not straight razored it, but I've used like the ball trimmer to go completely down to basically stubble. Don't do it. Do not do it, because your legs aren't used to that. So it's not necessarily that you'll chafe, but it'll irritate you, it'll bother you. I like to just basically bring it down. I hold it like just above and just trim out some excess. It goes to like this, almost more like this, like a neater, tighter, like a tighter beard down south. You know what I mean? Oh, you nared your balls. I used to use wall butcher clippers, which are think of a sideburn trimmer, right? But like when you go, never go full hardwood floors. It's so funny. When you go to like a barber and they like pull out those big, huge things like, and they like rip down your hair, you can buy those at like a CVS for like 20 bucks. That's what I first used to trim my hair. Well, I used to use it to also trim my pubes, and those don't have any kind of, it's metal on metal. Those aren't like meant for trimming the downstairs mumbo jumbo, for ripping up the peaches. And dude, I cut myself and like black blood came out. Like that's the blood that comes out of like your liver, dude. Like that's like straight liver blood. I was like, my liver. You had chemical burn in your butthole? No. Jay Rago, what's up, man? But yeah, you'll be like, hey, not too bad, kind of big, kind of got a little bit bigger. No supplements needed. I didn't take supplements. Who would take supplements? Who takes those? Tell me. Okay, so we're gonna go. The holy damage we don't really need. I do want max life though. So what we're gonna do is scoop this way, Go 1, 2, 3, 5. Go up. Okay. Yeah, black blood is femoral artery for sure. My work here is done. Okay, well, I thought we were going to look at my build in there, and I did not. It never do, man. I don't think my builds ever do. My streams ever do. So, let's go through the build from the top down. Advance is kind of one of our primary uses here. What this is going to do for us is it's going to give us a stack of fervor, and it's going to deal lots of damage, coincidentally, but it's also mobility. It doesn't need any points into it. We just put 3 points into it via these unhindered. So that's nice, gives us a lot of mobility. And again, grants us fervor. Fervor is a big portion of zeal, which we'll get to at the capstone. We're going to be using as part of Zealot. Zeal is our primary ability. Now this has 2 uses. So what this is going to do is it's going to cleave in front of us, does damage to 3 additional strikes, blah, 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 blah. We go through this, get 2 more additional strikes, but then we use Cull the Wicked. Now the cleave is larger. It gains 2 additional strikes and deals 25% increased damage to weakened enemies. That's our big focus here. What we're also have on is Red Sermon. This makes it so that that Zeal does an additional 135% increased damage and gains Death or Glory upgrade for free. This is fucking clutch. So what this means is my Zeal will hit in a 3. So this is Death or Glory. I don't have to put a point into this. Zeal costs 10% max life instead of faith and strikes around you in a circle. Whenever you lose life, Zeal's damage increases by 40% and crit strike chance by 40%. So as I get hit more, I do more damage. I always do AoE damage, and I do bonus damage to weaken. That's our first kind of wombo combo. We also have March of the Stalwart Soul. So what this does is this is on Advance, the very first ability. So Advance now can deal double damage, which is okay. +2 to Advance, and Advance now deals 128% increased damage, gains 3 more skill ranks, and travels twice as far. So if we look at Advance, it has 11 ranks. Why does it only have 7? Well, it's got 7 because this is giving it, this is giving it 2 ranks plus the 3 on that very bottom portion. So it'll do 128% more damage. So you can see that it does 11,000 damage, which is considerable. At least I think that's post item contribution. So 11,000 damage with each swing and has a chance to double that. Quite nice. We don't use it a whole ton. It's used to mainly close gaps and gain our fervor stack, which are right here. We also have Arcadia, which I'll get to in a little bit. As far as our passives here, I just have Piety for more faith, which I don't need. I can put this literally anywhere else. I just don't know where to put it. We'll find something on the way down. We have gained 30% more armor. The block chance we're not using as much because we're not using the block chance period because we are on a 2-handed weapon. Core skills deal 18% increased damage. So that's this bad boy, does even more damage now. We come down here, we're using Fanaticism Aura. Spending faith emanates power. Ooh, shit. So I'm actually not getting, I'm not getting the benefit of the passive on this necessarily. And I did not realize that. Because you have to spend faith to get the passive. The most important thing that this does for me though, is it weakens. That's what I want from it. This weaken is crucial because I have a ton of skill points invested into weaken. Weaken enemies deal reduced damage, 20% for normal enemies, 15% for elites, and 10% for bosses. And we are fortifying a ton. We're using a lot of fortification in this build. So Fanaticism Aura passive also grants you your allies 10% max resource, but weaken enemies who die within your aura radius heal you for 0.5% and fortify you. So that's important. I press this button, I weaken everyone, I kill everyone around me, it heals me. It's Dutch door action. Now, what is up, fervor? Guys, if you like the most recent thumbnail, did you guys see the most recent thumbnail? Did you guys see this fucking thing that fervor made? I was like, hey, this is kind of what I have in mind. If you can think of anything, you can slap it together. If not, just don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Dude, he made art. Boom, look at that. Look at that. It looks so good. It looks so fucking good. I like the blue and the red, but then mirrored red and then blue. Bueno. Thank you, fervor. fucking Lord of the Night. Let's go through the rest of this build. So we're using fanaticism, or I did not realize the spending faith emanates. I just recently stopped spending faith, so I might tweak that around. In fact, I might even pull just 1 point out of it. We do still spend faith with Falling Star. I don't think that this spends faith. Yeah, those new AI protocols on that shit are really good. Yeah, none of these cost faith. So I think we get, well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm thinking though, no, not this. I think you did it. That's fine, join us. I used to have Defiance Aura in here, which gives me 30% armor and 30% bonus to all resistances, and then I can use it to become unstoppable. So there's a thought of swapping this into the build. Coming down here, we have Falling Star, which I've converted into a Zealot ability. What this does here is it's a big alpha strike, which is nice, but it also will weaken things. So there's that, right? So killing a vulnerable enemy reduces the cooldown of Falling Star. I'm not really doing a lot of vulnerable, but this is what I did. We jumped into it, making it a Zealot skill, and now landing, it weakens enemies. So it's another form of weaken for me. So I don't know if I keep it. But we have Arcadia. Rally fortifies you for 6.4% of your max life. Whenever you recover 8% of your max life, gain a charge of Rally. And it also gives me 2 points of heavyweight, which I don't know what that is. Kind of spracked out on caffeine all of a sudden. So if we take a look at Rally, here's what it does. Gains movement speed, generates faith. We don't care about... Oh! Spending faith, damn it. We don't care about this. It's just I wanted this to act as a means of generating Fortify for me. I actually don't think I need it anymore. We can just remove it because it doesn't give me any damage bonus. If this gave me, you know, stacking it might be worth it. But right now, because of this, Fortify for 1% of your max life a second. And I think I also have Fortify generation on this. I think the other thing that I have something that also fortifies me, I thought. Oh, I forgot to put this fucking thing. Each stack of fervor is a bonus crit strike. I thought I had something that generated more Fortify. So there's a thought. There's a thought. You can get that. We can take that out as well. So we get also best offense. So 18% damage increase while fortified, because I am fortified all the time. 18% crit strike damage while fortified. So we're jumping off of those two. None of these are going to be worth it because they're all resolve. Now we jump over here. We didn't take anything from this location. Cracking the armors for dealing more damage to vulnerable enemies, which we could probably put a point into to finish that off. But I wanted high charity for cooldown reduction. And I wanted this, you deal increased holy and fire damage. This is actually not worth it anymore because I no longer have anything that does anything other than everything's physical now. One of these used to do something like that. Do that. And figure out where to put these other 2 points. Confirm that. I use Rally. There's bonus that makes it so whenever you use a Zealot skill, put the fort generation. This? Or this? So I'm thinking of removing either Rally or Falling Star. And I mean, I could, none of these are... Rally or Falling Star and putting in Condemn. Harness the light and pull enemies in after 1.5 seconds. So basically I'm doing an area of effect around me, and I can use Advance to move around, but I want the ability, now additional charge and apply. Oh, and now I can apply vulnerable. So now I have vulnerable on demand. That's really good. Because they're pulling enemies and dealing damage. Build up marks all enemies and drags them to your location after it's cast. Huh, interesting. So I think this might be the way to go. Pulling out Falling Star. So whenever you use that skill, you get a damage increase. Oh, we'll take a look. I have it active right now forever. I'll look at that once I get to my gear. But then we have all these. So crit strike damage increase, crit strike chance and damage increase to weakened enemies. Weakened's a big part of this. Crit strike grants you 9% damage reduction, and you deal 30% increased crit strike damage while healthy, which we usually are because we are fortified. Armor is increased by 50% of your block chance. We're not using a shield. This might not be bad to grab. But then we also picked up Shining Armor for weapons gain damage and armor gains armor. Damage against elites and whatnot when healthy. And then two-handed stuff has a crit strike damage increase of 15%. We're going with Zenith here because Zenith, what we do is we go unstoppable. And then now Zenith is now a mobility skill that dashes to enemies. It's also a weaken on demand for me. Hell yeah, Nero, I love that. And killing enemies with either of Zenith strikes will reduce its cooldown by 2 seconds. Also gains 2% or 25% crit strike chance. And then we are going with Path of the Penitent. Use that skills cost 100% more faith. None of mine really use faith, but casting them also grants all skills 6% resource cost reduction and 10% increased damage for 4 seconds up to 10 times, so 40% total. I was using Rally as Fortified Generator in a most speed increaser that I had permanent damage bonus increase. Yeah, so that's what, like, that's not a bad idea. I think a keep Rally on there. Because of this, right? Are you using Arcadia or were you doing, let's go to this person. Actually, we'll go here. Collections, codexes. Yeah, this. That skills increase damage doubled while at 3 or more stacks of fervor, which you're just always at. You're always at. This one's also good, and I'm trying to think of a way to squeeze it in. But so let's look at my actual stuff here. So the helmet here has your damage reduction is increased by 14% while wielding a two-handed weapon. I don't know if we keep that. When you cast a skill, you heal for 1.2% life, double this bonus while below 50% life. I'm always using skills. So, because I'm constantly spamming Zeal. So this is just constant health. Basic skills increase the crit strike of your core skill by 16%. For 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. So we get almost 40, we'll get more than 45% crit strike chance by just using this to close the distance before using Zeal. We have got basic skills grant 20% DR for 9 seconds. This might be swappable. Zealot skills deal 28.5% increased damage, doubled while at 3 or more stacks of fervor. So I do have that currently active. And then each stack of fervor grants you 18% bonus crit strike damage. So those are the ones that I've got. I don't know if I swap anything. Anything that you got that stands out to you that we could swap? I gotta go poop. I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry, it just blew out of me. Grand stopper poop job. That was a big one. Like, literally. Better out than in, that's what I always say. Marvin, stop it. Stop. Stop, dude. So, I guess going back to this, let's try removing. I had a thought on the. Ooh, there it is. This could be really fucking good. So there is this. Let's just use these for an example. Weaken. So, this is good, but this is not what I was looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. Fuck. Is it like a, can I only do it with like a ring? I'm gonna have to switch some of this stuff around. I was trying out some of the systems. No, what the fuck? Well, oh, come over here. We'll find it in here. Collections. We'll do weaken. Your disciple skills now weaken enemies. So this is what? This is a which aspect? So basically my point here is this will weaken enemies. So what I do is I can get rid of fanaticism because I'm not spending faith anymore, so I'm not getting the benefit of it. Spending faith emanates power from you, granting you and your allies attack speed and crit strike chance. I liked that on paper, but I'm not using it because you look at this does not use faith. I'm gonna double check. We're gonna double check, but it would say at the top the faith cost. Yeah, just do it, dude. Giant what? Okay, so yeah, it does not use faith. And Falling Star does not use faith. Does not use faith because it uses my health. And on top of it, I think I want to get rid of Falling Star too. So fanaticism. You can generate that from critting as I guess I'm confused. What are you saying? I guess the one thing though to consider is I lose the capability for Fanaticism's aura to heal me. So there is that consideration. But I do have this, that when you cast a skill, you heal. So it might balance itself out. So let's just try it. Because what I'm thinking is, I put in Condemn. This is a Disciple skill. And I make it so that Condemn can also weaken by having that aspect that says, when you use a Disciple skill, you also weaken things. So Condemn does two things for me. Well, three things. It draws things in towards me. It will make them vulnerable, and it will weaken them. That's going to be a shit ton more damage. It also will do damage in and of itself, but that's not really anything to worry about. It means I can also put points into this. Okay, so let's try it. Let's just try it. That's gone. I think we still need an aura though. I think Defiance aura, passive buff from critting, at least my mine does not. Oh, there it is. There it is. Critical strike triggers Fanaticism's passive. for how long? For 3 seconds? And what do we think about Falling Star? Falling Star, I think, could be done with too. The consideration though is Falling Star would always be up because I would basically be killing nonstop vulnerable targets. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Anyway, I start blasting. I won't have an aura up. And I mean, I am speccing into crit, correct. I just don't, I think we get rid of Falling Star because I don't really use it. If anything, I use it purely for mobility. Rally 2 is not the most amazing thing for me. So like having Arcadia and having Rally be a generation for my Fortify is nice, but I'm not having... Well, I'm kind of specking into crit. I don't have tons of crit chance right now, Fervor, because I'm swapping into like the Ascended gear. This is... Well, I could use this for fortification if I wanted. What do we think? What do we think? Do we get rid of Falling Star and try to go into Condemn and Fanaticism? Do I just try Condemn? Main core skill is Zeal. And Zeal's using the red whatever the fuck to get death or glory. So basically we get this for free. So it does a 360 hit and it costs life rather than costing damaging vulnerable enemies will also trigger Fanaticism's passive. One of these might be the better. Stick with that. Well, no, this is going to guaranteed give us vulnerable. That's what I'm saying. We use Condemn to draw them in. It's going to do both vulnerable on them now, and we use the aspect that makes it so disciple skills weaken things. So this draws them in, weakens them, vulnerables them. And then this gives us attack speed and crit chance. True, but this has 2 charges now. Let's try. Let's try. We'll put this into crit. I mean, you could also put this into disciple skill 2, and now this will weaken things. But what's up with Falling Star? Did we get rid of Falling Star? So this, I think we make this. I do like, I like Falling Star a lot. I think everyone likes Falling Star, but in my build, I've not used it as much because I just kill everything so fast anyway. I find that the thing I'm not even falling short of, but the thing I'm suffering with is not having targets close enough to kill. That's why I'm like, this seems kind of cool. Let me see if I have. I mean, there's a chance I dropped Fortify. I didn't realize that when you can go get something sanctified and they could lock it so it's unmodifiable. So I didn't know that's how that worked. So that happened. What is this? This is After the Disciple is a defensive one. Let's try swapping the DR off of this. Just give it a shot for now. I do want to get, I have another really good helmet, but dude, I'm out of like the resources. I got this one right here. This does the Valor skills, which we don't really have a benefit on, right? I could swap that off, but that's our greater one, so I might as well just keep it for now. Nah, I'll get rid of it.
How can I help?
Because I mean, nothing has challenged me so far, except for whenever I go to do pits. It's not like pits are that hard. For some reason though, that just fucking tanks me. Let's switch to something fun. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. You know, though, I guess maybe I'm just going too hard in the paint on Fortify. Let's go do a pit real quick. This is definitely going to get me killed. Because pits, for some reason, dude, I can rip through Hell Tides, I can do Nightmare Dungeons, I can do Undercity, no problem. So, what I want to do, though, is, like, let's take a look at my stash real quick before we jump into this pit. Am I too high up? I feel like I'm a little too high up, but it's all right. I'll change. I've been tweaking with the camera since this is a new setup. Dude, I like the combo of these two. So chance for Spear of Heavens is really cool. What you could do with Cathedral Song here is your casting Disciple skills have up to a 6% chance to call down Spear of the Heavens on a random enemy. Your Spear of the Heavens does increase damage. 3 ranks as Spear of Heavens. Chance for Spear of Heavens to do double damage. And then you change Spear of Heavens into your core skill, because Spear of Heavens can be Fist of the Heavens, the old Diablo 2 ability. Nikki the Worm. Dude, how's that going, Nikki? Guys, everybody in chat say fucking hi to Nikki the Worm. One of the best rogues. He's nationally ranked. One of the best rogues on World of Warcraft. Go check him out. Go check him out. But Spear of the Heavens here, rain down 4 heavenly spears from the sky, knock down enemies. Spears burst, they deal damage. Big holy ability. But you can take this into Fist of the Heavens. So now it becomes a core skill and is now pure holy energy that crashes down from the sky. On impact, it deals a bunch of damage and breaks into 5 projectiles, dealing additional damage to enemies in their path. That's fucking sick. So you take the Fist of the Heavens and you use this shield to get a bunch of ranks out of it, more damage, and now just using Disciple skills has a chance to drop Spear of the Heavens. You can also go with Sunbrand, which is Heaven's Fury, which is the ultimate capability. So it gains more rays, a chance to do double damage. So these two in conjunction, I think, are really fucking cool. So there's a build idea there. Shield Bash. This also works with this, right? Judicator skills have a chance to call down a blessed spear that carries a judgment mark. Oh wait, no, that's judgment. Sorry. There's these two work together. Oh, which one's the blessed shield one? I like the speed of the Spear of Heavens. In what way? You don't like the cooldown? Is that what you mean? Yeah, you have to work on getting the cooldown reduced. Maybe 10 years ago. How fucking dare you, dude? You don't be modest with me. The War of the White Dove is Blessed Shield, has increased damage. Cast another skill makes your next Blessed Shield double this bonus and cost 7 less faith. So, I'm sorry, make sure next 3 Blessed Shields double this. Oh, really? I really enjoyed Spear of the Heavens, but have you played Fist of the Heavens? Yeah, War of the White Dove makes for a really, really good Captain America build. 3 blood, it can do, so if you get that chance to proc to go off during your 3 Blessed Shields, it's just a shit ton of damage. Especially if you get a max roll on this. We got a pretty good roll on it, not bad. This one is Judgment, deals increased damage, and has a 3/10 to explode. And Judicator skills have a chance to call down a Blessed Spear that carries a Judgment mark and deals Judgment's damage on impact. So you use these 2 together, which is really sick. This one is blocking has a chance to retaliate with a Shield Bash. Your Shield Bash damages increase. Shield Bash, it's a basic. What I do like about the Paladin builds and the uniques is they've tried to empower the basics. A lot of builds just, you put 1 point into it just to, or 2 points into it just to get down to the next portion. You never use it. I'm thinking of Clash. Shield Bash. Charge an enemy, bash from front of it, dealing damage. Hit with Shield Bash counts as block. Expect trigger once per cast. Okay, I did not know that. That's cool. Yeah, yes. I was just looking at the install button right before I booted this game up, Nick. Yeah, dude, being able to go hard in the paint with blocking and Juggernaut, I think is really cool. And that's kind of an idea I am playing around with not playing around with it. I really want to ideate with you guys a Resolve Thorns shield build. Ram Ranch forever. Are we making Ram Ranch? I know Pone doesn't really want to like make a guild, but I just want to make a guild to fuck around. I don't want to make a guild to do raiding. I just want to do Mythic Plus. If we find a static to do raiding with, sure, but I don't really want to raid, man. Like, every time I fucking play WoW, I get so lost in the raiding and my life goes to shit. It's not really that it goes to shit, but I just get too hard in the paint on it. So let's test this on a rank 30 here. It's a no button build. Ooh, baby. Oh, we gotta try this. That does that? Okay. Oops, didn't mean to press that. So this goes like this. Oh, see, this is what I have found. Whenever I do this, something just randomly kills me from full health. So I don't know what it is. It could be these swords that fall on me. Again, see, I don't know what's causing that. So it's like, this build is really good, but there's something in these that really fucks me up. And then I just use Rally from point to point to try and boost my Fortify. And Fortify is going to give me some sort of damage bonus, I think. What's this? Equipment is close to breaking. Oops, I haven't repaired this equipment once. Yeah. Oh, shit, that was close. It might be those swords falling. Oh, fuck. Oh, really? That's what's causing it, huh? This is the only one though that's causing it. This is the only thing. Every other game mode damage I just tank through, I'm fine with. That's why I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? But I'm also ready to go. There's also the Wildlands Ram Ranch community group. Made a while too. Okay. The Ram Ranch community thing is so funny. And I know I'm gonna go hard in the paint with the fucking oh, there it is. So it is those shields, I see it. Or those swords. I'm gonna go hard in the paint with that fucking housing, dude. That housing is so cool. I keep seeing so much shit on it. I'll do your house. I'll do you in the house. Defeat the pit guardian before the timer ends. I mean, it is nice having, oh fuck, the portal's down there. Damn it. It is nice having the vulnerable on demand. It's nice having the weaken on demand, but it's not really fast. Just making the Ram Ranch showers. You know it'll be Matt, or you know it'll be Chris. Maybe I just have to kind of get used to having a new skill here that I have to actively use. Yeah, yeah. Maybe actually it is really good, and I'm just not using it enough. Really? So are you stacking into thorns, Judge? Maybe that's your problem, is that we don't have any thorns active. So cool. Just fucking pissed all over him. Okay, so we need to get... I wish this was like a faster process, to be honest. Okay, this is damage while fortified, which is nice. Maybe we just go hard in the paint though on this. This has to grow. Once it grows, I'll be able to get more. Okay, that is Fervorous. Oh, way faster than it was before. Jesus Christ, remember when it was only one? You sit there and be like, cool, fuck me, right? It's just massive amounts of armor. I see, like, I think that there's a cool build for Resolve in there. Let's build a quick build. I don't know if we'll actually do it right now. Mobalytics.com. I'd like to make this build. I think, I don't know. I have not looked at the Diablo 4 builds. Is this not a unique build that I'm using? Is this just like a, let's see, builds. Class, Paladin. Looks, I mean, these are in order of favorites. I really like Falling Star. But I haven't found, I was going build crazy. You know how much I like to build things? Like, you know how much I love it. If you want to join the Discord, there you go. Also, you know what we should do right here? A little bit of this. Guys, if you can, if you want, you can click this link and you too can Boom. Support the channel. Use this link and go get some gamer subs if you so wish. Sparty Party gets you a little bit of a discount on checkout, but you can also use your Prime sub on me if you so wish that you want to help support the channel. Bam. I'm gonna Nikki will also appreciate this. Pone and Nikki, or I'm sorry, Tuwong and Nikki. Help you decorate it, dude. I don't want anyone's help decorating it. Get Meow the fuck out of there, because Meow will have so many better ideas than well. I'm like, just leave me alone. I want to put a Christmas tree. Oh fuck, I was gonna say, I want to do like a commercial. I want to do the like a commercial, like Pone has, where Pone does his like basically like, hey guys, I'll be right back, and it just plays a bunch of clips from his stuff. I'm gonna download a bunch of clips and do that. I think that it's like such. Pone has. I wish I could just restream Pone's stream to you guys. Femur, dude, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Hit me with that Twitch Prime sub, you hot motherfucker. Like, actually, I can. Let me just show you what I mean. We always talk about this guy who joins the stream from time to time too. Pone Star 85. Robot in disguise.
It's a gray right there. I mean, I'm gray, but that's sadistic gnome. There's Blaz. Blaz was on me earlier. He hid because he's scared. Then we got Marl Lane. Marl Lane might get me. This guy's about to die. Let's get his tab in here. Wind Force. Get a Mind Blast. Oh, he's Half-Life. Come on.
You know what? I'll just go to his YouTube. Probably easier there. Because those are 2 years ago. I don't know if it's any different. Pone Star 85. Who did it? Caster Will, thank you for resubbing up, my man. Okay, streamed 2 days ago. Perfect. Who knows what he's gonna say? He's probably pretty drunk when we're gonna find a spotty drum. Ooh, we gotta shut that off. So Kira just gave out 9 subs too, dude. Thank you, bro.
It fills you with determination.
This is where I got the idea of marbles on stream. Isn't this fucking genius?
Praise the sub.
Okay, let's see. It should be like right before one of these.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
I wanted to show it to me.
A new
My overall sending in one, need to get it rounded up. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
determination.
Usually you can scrub through like.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with
He also has like, oh, if you don't know how to join my giveaways, this is how, because he does his giveaways through his Discord.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
What's that one? Oh,
Our modest
I miss her.
fellowship expands.
She's so beautiful.
Praise the
Oh,
sub.
so much butt. I remember that. The internet's just full of porn now, man. It's just ridiculous.
Praise the sub.
Where is it? Well, I swear to God, he does these really cool, like,
Our modest fellowship
Like-
expands.
should be like right around here.
Praise the sub.
Should be like right here too. Usually you can hold down left click and it allows you to scrub through and you can see from like a more minute angle, but it's not letting me. Look at him, look at him, look at this disgusting human being. Midge, oh my God. Midge looks like he spills soup on himself. That's Midge, that guy right there who's dressed in a suit for a roast. What a fucking fuck. You're probably right. It's too saturated. I prefer this. You're right. I'm so like I'm all spracked out on caffeine, so I'm like too like locked in mentally to like, yeah, that's Pone or that's Duwong. Like leave this situation now. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, cool. No. So here it is.
Okay, Hey guys, it's time for another giveaway.
So this is how he does the giveaways.
Marbles. Get into the Pawn Star Gaming Discord and head straight to the giveaway entry channel. Once there, all you need to do is react to the hype bot. After that, sit back, grab yourself a beer, and good luck.
That's genius for one. That's so genius for one. Because what it does is it puts people on your Discord. And sometimes people leave Discord, sometimes they don't. But that's like free network. It's free marketing and networking for yourself. It's so good. I think he has the largest Discord of any YouTuber outside of the actual official. Okay, nope. And then he does giveaways using this. Okay, perfect. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, also opens, yeah, because he restreams to Twitch, to YouTube, to everything. To TikTok. So this is what I mean. And dude, like, he plays these. He goes, okay, guys, we're going to do a giveaway. I'll be right back. And he'll go, he'll pee, he'll do whatever he wants. And this is his commercial.
I like dicks. It's that one game that all the Twitch girls were dressing up like and being sluts. It was awesome. Prison Sex was on. Oh yeah, Prison Sex. That's a good song. Not a good verb, but it's a good song. Well, I don't know. I guess depends. Never mind. We're gonna die here. We're dead. We are fucking dead. It was coming through the ground. That sucks. Damn.
You know how many times we say that?
You got that wop, Jeff. But it's not the same kind of wop you're thinking. It's called them wicked ass phalanges, baby. Them wicked ass phalanges. I got that wop. As they go through the cornfield, one thing's for sure, you don't ever want to run naked backwards through this field right here. Never know what could happen. Well, you know, you kind of do. I mean, just look at these corn husks. Like super low population, I probably wouldn't stream it. At that time, that guy just ran by and said titties. That's great. Best way you're gonna understand the game is by jumping into a Discord, hanging out, playing the game with people, asking questions as you get them, and then you know what, man? While you're taking a poop, while you're driving, okay, got a bomb there. Sorry, buddy. No, I blew myself up too. Blew myself up too.
Like just little funny moments. Like, and I have a lot of ridiculous shit that I say.
Oh, he's got all of his shit up here. Every little bit. Candy corn. Yoink! He just got the candy corn and we took that shit.
Like, I think this would be a cool little thing to do. Like, just a bunch of random moments.
Oh, good piggy. Good piggy.
Piggy. The good pig. Oh, I won't turn this back on. So, let's do this. Creator builds.
Disciple.
I can make a build and it goes into this section. Foghorn, welcome aboard, brother. Build planner. What is this? What is this? What did you do here, brother? Take a look at your build. This is you're currently running as. Okay. Fanaticism, this for some healing. Okay. I don't know how the Juggernaut one works. How does this work? Your damage is increased by 75% of your armor percent and 50% of your block chance. Hold my cock. Assuming Juggernaut increases your damage by... Juggernaut also spreads to nearby targets with... So I gotta look at the actual... Oops. Go here. Because Juggernaut changes the way you look, right? A casting Juggernaut skill consumes 8 stacks of Resolve, giving your Juggernaut skills 60% increased damage and gain 20% increased size for 5 seconds. Your minimum Resolve is 1, is increased by 1, and is no longer consumed when getting hit. Am I doing a party? No, I'm trying to like kind of work out another build here to play around with. Okay, so let's try this. We'll make this build theoretical build here. Oh, I didn't see I got these. Frostburn gauntlets. One of my favorite gauntlets from D2. We could do it around Shield Bash. I could do it around Spear of Heavens and Heaven's Fury. Judgment. Is Judgment? No, Judgment is Judicator. Blessed Shield. Okay, so I need to take a look at this. We'll take a look at this. Shield Bash is Juggernaut. Blessed Shield is Judicator. Pulsing your... Okay, so let's try to play around with this. Let's play around with... This is really good, but so is this. I think Blessed Shield, like doing like a Captain America Juggernaut build, could be really fun. Let's play around. Let's play around. Let's play with each other. Guys, stop. You can't just say something like that out loud. So we'll go with Clash Game Crusaders March. March country block chance and stack of revolve. Okay. Clashes becomes a zealot skill and cleaves in an area. Oh. This might be pretty good instead of advanced, but I like advance's mobility. Advance might still be worth taking in this build. Yep. Right there. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I swapped Remmer has over to a boater this morning. Wong, so I can boat before everyone's on to do some shenanigans. Let's go Blessed Shield. Let's go. I kind of think Boomerang and pierces instead of ricocheting. Blessed Shield detonates Judgment. I do. I'm wearing the advanced boots right now. So I don't know if you saw my build right now. I shall hold your sword if you hold mine, Udas. I'm using the Red Sermon, and I'm using March. I need to get a better Red Sermon. This is level 60 Red Sermon. You're out of Spoke Compton? Dude, that's so great to hear you out of Spoke Compton. You know who's also out of Washington is Popcorn Eclipse Gaming. So I've got March of the Star Wars Soul and Arcadia. You know, it's like I said, I think they did a good job with the Paladin only for the sole purpose of their uniques are actually really good. They're like build defining good. And I think that's something that a lot of other classes don't have, which I hate. What do those boots do? Here, I'll show you, brother. Advance +2. They have a chance for Zeal to do, or I'm sorry, they have a chance for Advance to deal double damage, but at the bottom, Advance deals 128% additional increased damage, and you gain 3 skill ranks, and you travel twice as far. So, you go really far with Advance. It gets 5 ranks into it. This is a really good roll, but unfortunately, you can see it's level 42. So these two need to get. I need better versions of both of them. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm gonna have that salvage. So, come on. It's not great. I mean, basically, but look how much damage this does. Let me see if I can take them off. So this just does 9,000 damage. With these on, it does 11,000 damage. And all I use it for, I use it to stack up my fervor. And then I don't really use it. I use it to close gaps. That's it. I'm not left clicking hardly any. I use it as a form of mobility that is no cooldown, no cost reduction. It definitely could. I think that these can have at this level only 12%, but I think the 60 version of these is way better, obviously. So you have the move speed on them, and then you just use them to move around. I don't know what the travel distance is on this. And also Advance gives you unhindered. So you click, you move to another location, you're unhindered, you kill stuff with your Zeal, I click again and just move around. I don't think they're the most amazing quote unquote thing in slot here, best in slot, but I think they definitely are pretty good for the build as I'm already using Advance. I would not use these in this build we're making right now. We're going to bring this up. So we want to focus on thorns here too. We'll probably need faith because I am now using faith. We're going to go with this. Grants damage increase, restores health or faith, and core skills. That's too heavy of an investment, I think. We're going to drop that faith right there. Let's go with this because I think it's really good. Healing allies grants 2 stacks of resolve every 2 seconds. So what if it's just you? You don't get any stacks of resolve? So your damage by 10% for 4 seconds whenever you gain resolve. Yep. So if I kind of go harder in the paint on thorns, this might be worth it. Grants three thorns and increases all thorns damage by 75% for you and your allies. It now will deal 500% of your thorns damage. Healing receive, blocking fortifies you for health. Your allies heal for, okay, let's do this. Block for fortification. Impact should try to become the core skill that costs 20 faith to cast. Faith per second. Hit counts as blocking. Ooh. Wouldn't you just have, I don't know what retribution chance is. We have to look over here. Retribution is a chance for your thorns to pulse around you when you block. This damage counts as a juggernaut skill. That's huge. Okay, cool. Thank you, Tazzy boy. Where's my resolve being generated from? Let me see that first. For every 1 meter you dash. Those are really good. While unhindered too. That's really sick. Yeah, that's great, dude. That's really good. I haven't gotten like a really awesome set of boots where I was like, these will replace them. I'm just like, these are okay boots. I just haven't hit a lot of good ones yet. I haven't built the build around those boots. Those builds just complement the build. So I'm not locked into them at all. In fact, I like those boots given to me. This is not my build. This is my build. So gain thorns and your total damage is increased by, okay. Contribution chance. Fortify, chance. We don't really, I don't know if we're playing with fortified just yet. Getting a stack of resolve heals you, okay. Tax speed for each resolve up. Resource cost reduction for every stack of resolve. And one resolve every second an elite enemy is nearby. Okay, that's not bad. I think just 1 point into it. I'd have to play around with it to actually see how it feels. Cooldown reduction. Holy and fire. We're not playing with lucky hit. Did these? Well, I have no idea what the kind of damage profile of these is. Physical. I would assume it's all physical. Well, this is holy. That's one of my big damage vehicles. Stay resolute. I have defense issues. Yeah, I mean, I don't right now. The thing that was killing me was that that mechanic. Increase your damage reduction by 20% while active. Taking direct damage consumes a stack. You can hold up to 8 stacks. Okay, so with this though, we don't worry about that. Sorry, no. With this. No. With this. What the fuck? No, it's just the standard Juggernaut thing. So you go this and the Juggernaut Oath. I don't know how great this is, to be totally honest. I don't care about faith because nothing costs faith for me. So this is just free skill damage. all skill. It's a 40% cascading buff, basically, right? I cast a spell, or cast a skill, I cast a skill, cast a skill, and it will cascade upwards. I don't have all of the... What if I did this? What if I use these two in conjunction? Heaven's Fury. I mean, I'm not really doing much other Heaven stuff, so we got to take a look. In a book, reading Rainbow. What am I at? 51 spent, 20 available. It's easier to see a lot of these through here because the visual context clue is a little bit easier to pick up. And the justice skills, it's not that they're lackluster, it's that you have to build specifically around them, in my opinion. What has been your guys' experience with the justice skills? I think the best of them all is Spear of the Heavens. I've not played a lot with some of these. Like, I could see Purify being really good because it's an auto crowd control. But I've not played enough with it to really be able to tell. I mean, I could use this to create Arbiter for me, but I don't think it's worth it. Arbiter, admittedly, like, if I miss anything from my very first build that I made on this character, it's Arbiter. Arbiter is so fucking cool. It's just straight up crit strike damage. Weakened. Critical striking grants you 3% damage reduction. And as well, healthy. Okay. Holy Bolt. Oh, is that in here? What do you mean? Faith in life is healing you and your allies for damaging enemies. Consecration you and your allies. I really want to do a Fist of the Heavens build. So we'll make that here too, because Fist of the Heavens was one of my favorite D2 abilities, and it didn't get good until D2 Resurrected came out. It makes Holy Bolt cast Purify. Isn't Holy Bolt up here? That's sick. See, like I said, the uniques for Paladin are so much cooler than a lot of the other uniques for the other classes. I think they reworked them though. I haven't seen how they are now. Your allies have healing received. So if we think of our active skills, we have Advance for our mobility. Blessed Shield's a big damage, big boom boom town. I don't know, I guess Shield Charge, but I mean, you do this and Shield Jar, it's basically you create auto blocking. Like, I'm sorry, blocking on demand. I don't have to worry about my block chance. I can just use this to create blocking. Maybe Aegis. Surround yourself with shields, light, taunting close enemies and gaining 100%. Well, that's the same fucking thing then. Grants Unstoppable. Now applies Judgment instead of taunting. Just active, you gain 40% Thorns of Retribution chance. Okay. Gaining or spending Resolve has a 4% chance to trigger a free Aegis. Casting Aegis grants max stats to Resolve. Ooh, that could be pretty cool. Okay, so we got that on there. Maybe level up an aura all the way. I've got so many points. 13 more. And I think we try this. Heaven's Fury can cast anywhere. Concentrating light. Heaven's Fury is, if you've not seen how this one plays, it is really fucking cool. The 5 orbiting beams. So 3 beams dealing 36 damage each. This resplits into 5 orbiting beams. This, I think that's just the one I used. I can't remember which one I used. Let's take a look at something. So I haven't used all the oh, let's look at weapons. Can I just search uniques? Ah, here they are. Griswold's Opus. Herald's Morningstar. Blessed Hammer deals increased damage. 20% chance to spawn a base Blessed Hammer on the target. That's sick. Light's Rebuke. Enemies impaled by the first strike of Divine Lance take increased damage from Divine Lance's subsequent hits. Increased damage, primary resource, Sunbrand. Heaven's Fury gains an additional. We have got this one. Sundered Knight. Casting Aura triggers a consecration beneath you. Damn, that's sick. Supplication. Brandish unleashes in all directions. That's cool as fuck. Brandish, I can't remember what that is though. It's Disciple. Okay. I think Disciple and Judicator work so well together. No, don't do that. Like a step. Advance. Chill. Mantle of the Gray. Judgment. Juggernaut Oath makes your Juggernaut skills 25% larger, but consumes resolve equal to your maximum, granting, oh shit. So it's like an all risk all reward one. Razor Plate would be kind of cool here. Thorns has a 10% chance to deal 100 to 200% increased damage. It's the only time I ever think Razor Plate would be cool. I fucking hate Razor Blade. Or, yeah, Razor Plate. Is there a cool helmet? Maybe skill with resource cost, gain increase. Yeah, Judicator skills have a 20% chance to cast down a Blessed Spear. I don't know if this is good. I think I've used this and it's not good. Or no, I think I'm thinking of the rune word that drops a Blessed Spear. It sucks. It's so boring. Gloves. Dawnfire. Holy Light's passive now deals fire damage every second around you. Each time an enemy dies within this aura, its damage is increased by 50%. Damn, that's super cool. Endurant Faith, when you would be damaged for at least 40% of your max life at once instead of discharge. Okay. Your attacks randomly deal 1% to 300% of their normal damage. Okay, I think that's everything. Pants, I haven't looked at pants. Arcadia, we've seen Test of the Dawning Sky, Temerity, and Devolt's Will. Yeah. What? The Holy Bolt Purify? There's unique that makes Holy Bolt cast Purify. I didn't see it. Arbiter of Justice gains all skill upgrades and grants you X% increased damage. Each skill rank it has. Why would you not take that? Your skills in critical strike. Arbiter form increases aura points with thirst and wingspan. Damn, dude. Maybe it's I have to look at the shields. Argent Veil, Arbiter's Evade. Dude, there's so many Arbiter based ones. Triggers a random equipped core skill for every 2 meters traveled. Core skills deal a shit ton more damage during Arbiter's Evade and for 4 seconds after. Jesus Christ. Judgment deals increased damage. Judgment has a chance to explode. Holy Bolt has a 40% chance to trigger Purify. There you go. So it's a lucky hit. I was wondering when I would try to build lucky hit into one of these builds, and this is when you would do it. That's a good chance, too. And our offhand here is Bastion of Sir Matthias. Blocking a chance to retaliate with a Shield Bash, which we know. You know this one. Gate of the Red Dawn. Juggernaut core skills are empowered, dealing when you hit and restoring the damage dealt to that target up to 10 times. Reduce the sword damage to all enemies within area. Shit. Gain increased strength, resistance, armor, and retribution chance. Fuck. War of the White Dove, Blessed Shield. So yeah, I don't know. I think could just pick up another fucking aura. We've got 10 more points to spend. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. We have 6, right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I think another aura would probably be what I would do here. Oh, I didn't grab any of these. Yeah. I don't have a reliable way to do vulnerable. What ascendancy is this? I don't know, maybe something like that. Maybe I'm spreading myself a little too thin. That's maybe how I would do a resolve build. But let's look at really quick. I just really want to do a good blessed hammer build again. They're so fun. They're so fucking fun in this game. Let's not look at anything. Let's just play the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do right there. Is it considered a hot take that I prefer D3 to D4? Absolutely it is. I do not like D3. Because D3, all D3 is run a greater rift. Run a greater rift. Run a greater rift. At least they have, like, I mean, it's the same thing here, right? But at least they've blended it into other things so you don't feel like it's all you're ever doing. Let's leech that. Forgot I swapped onto this fucking thing and I was like, Jesus. Why do you like D3 over D4? Is it the classes or what? What tickles thy pickle? I don't think there's are there any dungeon aspects for Paladin that I just haven't gotten? Where's this fucking thing? I knew I was going to do. It was super easy to party up to maximize rewards. The endgame loop for D4 is run around the giant map with minimal direction. Hope you find something. Well, I think the minimal direction is more... Yeah, you're right. The game doesn't tell you just do these. I think it's more choose what you like doing and do that. I think that's why I like D4 more than D3, because D3 is... If you don't like greater rifts, too bad. That's the only thing you can do. Versus we can do greater rifts here. You can do pits. Same thing. You can do Undercity, which is a little bit different than greater rifts. You can just do Hell Tides if all you want to do is kill shit. You can do the raid. If you want to just go kill bosses, you can just go kill bosses. How to activate this season's effects? Pretty quickly, but it's because I stumbled onto it. I was like, oh, what's this? And that's when I learned about it. Is that what you mean? That effect? I need a new red sermon. Where can I spot farm the red sermon? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Oh, the portals. No, I could still go through the portals, but I couldn't gain rank. So what he's using right now, oh dude, he's using Arbiter too. That's pretty good idea. He's using this one. Zeal extends its assault randomly seeking out targets. Which I've thought about doing, but I like the damage to weaken. Lord Zir? Okay, let's go do Lord Zir. But he's also in Arbiter form, and that's so cool. Arbiter, dude, the Arbiter form is so cool. You just look like fucking Tyrael. Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I saw that it said, hey, go do this quest. And I was like, I'm not gonna go do that. So there's a little bit of like user error on my part. I was like, nah. I liked the vampire season because the vampire season was like its own hell tide and you just go do that. It's cool that they basically added a boss for every one of the end game things you can do in this. That's kind of a cool concept. But I guess I just kind of like the simplicity of like, just go kill shit. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I agree with you. Oh, look at that. I think we... See, I don't need faith per second. Yeah, this is a problem that I have with both games. I don't like quests in action RPGs that are not linear. Like, I don't like the whole, do this quest, progress this act. I'm like, if it's not like, no, that's not what I meant. Do this quest, but you might miss this capability to get more points, like Path of Exile does. I think that they should have, I don't know if I fucking said it in the video, shit. But you should have something where you hover over the act and it tells you that you've missed points. And then you get those points every time you start a new character on a new season. I think that should just be a count unlockable. Don't fucking make me go get those weapon spec manuals every fucking time I do the damn season. I think that is my biggest problem with Poe, is that it just has so much bloat in its early game for people that have already done it. Oh, no, I think I think you're right. That should have been, I had to Google it, and enough people were that I Googled it, they were like, yeah, dude, no one's fucking saying that's exactly what you do. So I think that there is a huge credence to that here. I don't disagree with you at all. I could try to remember that page for a second. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for watching, Rykov. Nope. Enchant. I don't want to spend. That might be worth using though. Poison resistance. My poison resistance is poop shit. Oh, that has +1 all aura skills though. Hmm. True, true. There are DPS checks in this though. What I was actually talking about that in the video. I like that these are now DPS checks basically, where you can't progress unless you go do this capstone dungeon. Whereas before it was not like that. You just had to do the previous objectives. Sometimes those objectives though were a capstone dungeon. But I like that it's like, do everything in the objective column if you want, but go progress this by going to the capstone dungeon. Horde after defeating Azadon, Lord of Sin during a world event. And okay, so I gotta go do that. That's easy. Go do all the bosses. Defeat tormented Echo of Uravar, someone within the field of judgment. I haven't done him yet. Immersion level 10. I mean, I think that what they need to do is Path of Exile 2's Act 3 needs to be 50% of what it is. Or just break that into 2 acts. Push Act 4 into Act 5. Make Act 3 and 4 the 2 portions of Act 3 right now. I think Act 3 is aimless. It really is. It's where I think it windbreaks a lot of people that play that game. Because you finally finish Act 3, you're like, oh god, it's finally fucking done. And then you got to do more shit. Like, oh, fuck. And I think that the interludes need to be just a little bit shorter. I think they both need to be just a little bit shorter. Well, that's what D4 does too, right? That's what I like that D3 and D4 do. You boot up the new season, you're done with the campaign. And that's what I was saying in that video is like, I wish that for Infernal Hordes. What are the Infernal Hordes? The fuck's that now? I wish that in Path of Exile, once you completed the campaign, all your weapon spec manuals are now given to you at the second you create a character. Also, the weapon spec system needs a whole rework. It's completely useless right now. It needs to be 2 different specs outright. You don't use 20 points of a current spec that you have to unspec to respec into the weapon spec. You know how many times I just fucking said weapon spec right now? That's insane. So that's a system that needs complete top-down reworking. I think you have a general skill tree, a weapon 1 and a weapon 2 skill tree. You're only going to use the general skill tree unless you create weapon 1 and weapon 2. You have to beat the campaign the first time, Kira, don't you? I think that it takes so much figuring out though. Yeah, you just have to do it. Wait. No, you have to do the campaign every time with a Path of Exile 2 character. I guess I'm confused. Diablo 4, you do the campaign and then you're done. Oh, so you've never done the Diablo 4 campaign, Tazzy? It used to be that you had to do the campaign once and then you could jump into everything. I didn't know you can just completely bypass it now. That's kind of shitty. I didn't know that. Because it used to be you had to do it. Yeah, I don't like that. I did not know that. I don't know that. Because it used, like I said, it used to be that way. I don't know they lifted that system. I guess it's cool you can just jump into it, but half the fun of playing ARPGs is kind of going through those campaigns again. I just don't like... I was kind of talking about this, I don't know if it was in the video or just in general. Playing through D2, you never need to pay attention to a quest because the story beats are delivered to you via the very, very interesting cutscenes. I think Path of Exile 2 could benefit from that process. It does have those cutscenes, but I kind of just don't care about them. I think it's also the nature of Path of Exile is such a like sweaty game by comparison. Last Epoch, I like Last Epoch's story because Last Epoch's story is basically Chrono Trigger. I don't know. I think it's also because I've played Diablo 2 in the past, not as a content creator, and I've only played Path of Exile 2 as a content creator where I just don't have time. I just don't have time to enjoy. I don't have time to enjoy games when I'm covering them, to be totally honest with you guys. I have to push through content as fast as I can. Because then I can't, if I don't, someone out there no lifes it and gets it done in 24 hours and just fucking just goes hard in the paint. And I have to somehow keep pace with someone like that. Which is a whole lot of not fun. Max attunement in I don't know what max attunement is. Yeah, it's again, I think it's why I liked playing D4 this season over D3 over Poe. I just didn't have time I didn't have time to play Poe the way Poe needed to be played. And that as a result, I don't think I enjoyed the season that much. I thought the Druid is fucking sick. And I make a point of that in that video too. I'm like, if I'm comparing class implementation between Paladin and Druid just simply those two classes against each other. I think the Druid is a cooler implementation of a brand new class. And I think it has a wider spanning effect to the grander Path of Exile game. I think if we're looking at the Paladin on its own for just Diablo, it's fucking sick. It fucking is sick. They crushed making the Paladin. But again, it doesn't do anything for the grander game. It just is cool. It's self-encapsulated. That's it. Versus Poe 2 created so much creativity for builds. And I think that's what makes it so important. It gave Warrior, and I fucking hate puns, it gave Warrior some teeth. You can make a cool ass Warrior with a talisman that does a bear build, and it does cool shit for you. Or you can just use the talisman stuff from the totem stuff from the talisman if you want to just get that. What was I gonna do? Oh, it's magic. Righteous. I fucking don't know if I can need righteousness. Right? Where is righteousness? Maybe I do. Where is righteousness? Does anyone know what it is off the top of their head? I think it's a minor. Or a passive. That's good. Ah, there it is. I don't do any holy or fire damage, unfortunately. Yet. That's so much. Juggernaut can do a shit ton of damage, is what I'm seeing here. Dude, just with that amulet and this, no, this. So when something becomes a Juggernaut skill, does it now do different damage profile? Let me see something real quick. No, it still does holy. Yes. Because this doesn't say it, but Zealot turns its damage profile into physical. So right now this is physical damage. No! Do you want to execute respect mode? Yes. Respect mode. Now it's holy. You see? So I don't know if Juggernaut skills innately are physical damage abilities. I don't see a Juggernaut skill that does not physical damage. So that's why I'm like, okay, let's just do this. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it does physical damage now. Okay. So... you know, I don't disagree with you there, Kier, of Path of Exile 2 being a better game than Diablo 4. I just wish that the maps... fuck, I forgot to put this in the video. I was gonna do a section that says the one thing both games do wrong. That video would have had a lot more, I think, value. When you have endless map grinding, I kind of put this in the Diablo section. Endless map grinding, I feel like you lose the value of the game. The game just becomes Vampire Survivor. In a 3D realm where you're using abilities and crushing shit over and 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 over with these procedurally generated maps. I think that like ultimately cheats from the value of the game. I think the game just kind of feels like, okay, it's just, there's no difference truly and honestly from a D4 endgame and a Po2 endgame and a Last Epoch endgame, because all it is just map clearing in different scopes and different forms and different whatever. There's no real connection. And that's why I think procedural generated maps are an antiquated way to do ARPGs. You need to have a way that makes those maps feel impactful. But you also need a way to make it so that those maps just don't sputter out because you've made them in fact impactful. So I think what could be a cooler way to do it is you have an end game system. Let's just say 5 systems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it could be Tazzy. It could be, I don't know. Those 5 systems, think of it from an antechamber. Okay, you spawn into an antechamber. There's 5 arms of it. You go to the north arm. It's this style of map. It's snow maps with snow creatures that maybe give you certain specific themed rewards. I don't know what those themes would be. Maybe it's character specific. Maybe it's stat specific. But you delve deeper into those maps and it's just the same style of map. For instance, what I'm basically saying is look at D2. D2 is acts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. Procedurally generation is what it was the term I just used here, but I just mean the sense that those map layouts don't fucking mean anything. It's just a random map layout. You chose this location on the Atlas map. It doesn't really link to anything narratively. It's just there. So that's what I mean. Like, the layout gets discovered and you're like off to the races. But I think it's like, if you're like, yeah, you know, oh, what did you do in your end game? Well, you know, I got to the snow map 25. Let's just say, again, I'm hypothetical usage here. I didn't go down to fire map though, or I didn't go down to earth map. Yeah, but see, that's my point though. Like, it doesn't feel like that at all. And I needed to pay attention to the story to understand that. Like, look at Diablo 2, where all those maps are a linear progression through a theme of that location. Desert maps, Act 2. Swamp, Act 3. Hell, Act 4. Snowy fucking highlands, Act 5. Or a typical dark fantasy location, Act 1. And you've got that in Path of Exile. I just think that rather than having this big, huge map that has these disjointed locations that have a map theme, right, exactly. I just think it's like you could create a narrative that sends you down this direction, and that direction is colored more and more off that narrative, and you can complete that narrative, and then maybe it just boots up another difficulty level of it. So again, the disjointed map clearing of the action RPG genre right now, I think, is a problem for it. I think it's what keeps people unengaged in the end game. Because again, it always boils down to D3, D4, Po2, Po1, Last Epoch all have the same thing. It's just mindless map clearing. Which Diablo 2 was too. Diablo 2 is mindless map clearing, but at least you knew what was going to generate in that location. You knew the drop table, you know these things. I think choice and RNG bloats beyond a certain point. D2 is very stagnant. It's like the same 15 builds with a hopeful one every patch, but it's mainly the same builds. We've gotten better Holy Paladin builds now because you can do Fist of Heavens and Holy Bolts actually sufficiently. We've got better variation of some of the other builds, but by and large, it's still the S tier builds. And that doesn't make that game less fun. I don't know. I kind of don't know where I'm going with this, but I guess my point is that it's like, Yeah, it's a very true here, but again, I think that point remains of like the story becomes such a slog that you pay attention in the beginning. Like, I know the story of Act 1. I kind of know the story of Act 2. I couldn't give a fuck about the story for Act 3. After the midway point, I just lost interest in it. I was like, God, just let this fucking act be over. And then to know too that I had to go through it harder as a harder version of it in the original when the game first came out, that really sucked. So by the time the game comes out, I'm gonna have already been in that. I've already like done that. So it's like we just needs a way to like push through it. I think it still needs to be even faster. I still think it's really slow. I really like this fucking amulet, but the plus 2 to righteousness is wasted. It's not doing any holy damage. I guess though it's still better than what well, I have max damage on this one. I like that max damage. There's no like indication of DPS in this game. That is a problem I do have with D4. D4 doesn't have nearly the level of transparency on mechanics that Poe does, right? Damn, this got really good rolls. We'll hold on to this, because that could be something we could use. Yeah, so the people who offered me the contract for Poe 2 to do that video, they were like, what is your feedback of the game? And I just sent them, because I was like, here, I'll just record my video for you guys. Yeah, and that's what I've said. That's what I've said in that video too, is that like Poe 2 is being compared to Diablo 4, but the reality is that Diablo 4 is going to its 3rd year of production, versus Poe 2 is now going to its 2nd year of early access. And most of Poe 2's issues are growing issues. And that ultimately, at the end of the day, Diablo 4 is the better game right now. But Poe 2 will always become the better game in the long run because of depth of gameplay, depth of build quality, and overall just a stronger game. I think the animations and the way and the functionality of Poe 2 are just it's a stronger engine, it's a better system. It just struggles right now for shitty performance. I think that its build diversity is really not its best potential. Again, early access, but it always comes down to ice, lightning, and not a warrior build. That's meta right now, always. So those things hold Poe 2 back, and grind. Grind is a big portion of that. So I was able to articulate that to my marketing guy, the guy that got me the contract, and he gave it to Tencent, and Tencent was like, yeah, like the guy was like, yeah, it's a slog right now. So they are not unaware of the slowness of the campaign's pace right now, and it's a top priority for them to address. So at least my rants go somewhere. Oh, and they do, right? Like 0.3 was not a good patch. Was not a good patch. But they pivoted really fast mid-patch. That's another big thing, right? They were like, okay, let's change it. I just do 35, let's try it. If not, we'll just do another 30. Introducing Gemini for home. Like, leave me alone. I don't need AI for every little thing. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna get away from it. Get away from it. Oh, oh. Oh, I watched it happen. It's also worth noting too, it's like, it's just so easy to make a, like, I didn't look up a single guide for this character. I just, all right, slap this shit together, make a build. And I like that on one hand, I don't like it though in the other. Like, I like the build diversity and complexity of Path of Exile. I think it's scarier, right? And that's something I mentioned, that I'm like, what you guys need is better visual context clues on what's going on the passive board. Right now, it looks like a sea of dots. I said you should have a background behind all the passive skills that is color-coded. North is blue, southwest is red, southeast is green. Or you can choose different colors that you don't have to worry about the colorblind people. And then as you blend those directions, as you go strength and intelligence, it blends blue and red. So I can see, as a first-time person jumping into the game, oh, okay, this is where the game's telling me to go because I'm this stat. Great. Oh, I see. So if I want to do like strength and intelligence or stuff like that, it's all in this direction. Got it. Like, they need better like context clues like that, and I think it's really easy to look at a lot of like the top people in, oh fuck dude, this was way harder than I thought it would be. In Path of Exile, like, dude, I think of the people that cover Path of Exile, I would say I'm like lowest on the totem pole of skill set. And that, there's no shame in that. I just know what I'm good at. And I think I'm good at action RPGs, but dude, like Rax, Woody Joe, Zazarian, whatever the fuck, I always mispronounce his name. They like know that game so well. But that's also their bread and butter. That's what they do is just ARPG. Fucking you. Oh shit. My equipment's fucked up. Yeah, we're gonna restart this one. Those guys are, yeah, Ponhoff, they're all so good at those games. And like Zarian was like, I'm trying to get my play time, or I'm sorry, my clear time down to like I think he said something like, someone made a comment about it, like from 20 hours to like 12 hours or something like that. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine it. Fervor did it. Fervor was crushing the shit out of the campaign. But I feel like a lot of the time, the people that are talking and communicating and being vocal about the changes that Path of Exile 2 needs right now are very diehard fans. And they just know the system very well from Path of Exile 1. They know how to move through it quickly. I'm not that person. I'm not a diehard Poe fan like those people are. And I don't know how to move through those systems very well. And I don't think you develop for people like that. I think you develop for a portion of them, and you cross-reference it against newer players. Not even my skill set. I think people that are brand new to these things. Because the ultimate objective of any video game is to be approachable from a number of levels with a scaling difficulty. You should be able to get into it and understand the mechanics, but the level of punishment is fine. Like we look at a Dark Souls. Dark Souls has a huge barrier of entry. It has a barrier of entry in that it is a difficult game. Its mechanics are very easy to understand, and that's why Dark Souls has picked up more than a lot of other difficult games where people go, this game's way harder than Dark Souls. It's like, yeah, it is, because it's also too complex. So I think Poe is in a really good place to be able to have the complexity that it currently has. I don't think it needs to be less complex. And be a more attractive game if it just fine-tunes explaining or streamlining those mechanics. Again, it doesn't need to reduce its mechanics. It needs to reduce its early game bloat and grind, and it needs to explain its mechanics. because I think weapon specs is a perfect example of a powerful mechanic that 80-20. 80% of people do not understand and never touch. 20% of them do. 19% of them do, and 1% of them makes cool builds off it. Fuck of it. Like, there's not a single mechanic in Diablo that is hard to explain or understand. That was a hard rant. Did that make sense, though? I offered too to make a video. Like, hey, can I make a video for you guys that is embedded into your game? Like a 3-4 minute video that if you're new, you click it and it just explains how the passive tree works. Like, hey, here's passive nodes. These will passively add benefits to your character. These are notable skills. Notable skills will typically amplify a specific set of items for a set of skills or abilities for a character. Take this one, for example, which amplifies shape-shifted form damage or defense. This whole thing is called a notable cluster because the passives end in a notable skill. Those passives will reflect that notable skill's benefits. Lastly, you have a capstone. Capstones are going to drastically change one facet of your character or the way that one of your characters or some of your characters' attributes, skills, resources, any of the above operate. This is a more advanced thing that you'll build around, but it's something that you can experiment and play around with. Here's how weapon specs work. Like that. Light it up. Oh, yeah, Kira I always appreciate the honesty of the Kirazan. Like, it doesn't need to be like a complex, like 45-minute guide video that I would do. It just needs to be such a, because there is the little tooltip for the passives tree that teaches you exactly how it works, but it's kind of like, it's kind of like a little. The most important thing I've learned about when it comes to explaining video games to people is that you cannot explain the video game using the game's terminology until you establish context on the terminology. Like if I said, here's a paladin. The paladin relies on fortifying and judgment. You'd be like, what is that? What do those things mean? You have to explain what those things mean. The paladin uses fortify, which is an additional layer of health over your existing health that acts as an insulation. Or the judgment capability, which is unique to the paladin that does this. Sometimes don't use the word to define the word. 100%. 100%. And a lot of those tooltips will say stuff like, oh, this increases your fortitude or your ailment chance. Yeah, there's then a breakout of ailment, but it's like sometimes it's hard to get conceptualization of a lot of Poe 2 stuff. Oops, I forgot to weaken him first. Yes. What's the other one I have? Great. Now this is starting to slow down. I hate it. Okay, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Oh. I think one thing both D4 and Pro 2 need is an on-screen, here's how to keep this window from disappearing when you move your mouse description. Yeah. Like, hold on the Alt button. Oh. Okay, let me actually fix this up. Is this active? No, it's not. Can I just make it? No, it's undaunted. Whoopsies. This is not active either. Okay, so let's do... This is also nice. You just pop out. Done. That in. I'm active now. Yes. We grab those two to make it even more active. The kill streak theme was actually really cool. That was actually fun. The first time I defined the terms, it's displayed under the hold is much better than opposed to hold out and click on the tiny pin. Yeah, and I think too that those tooltips for that here are really. I would love to have seen the iterative development of the tooltips for D4, because I think what makes it so strong is they're everywhere, right? Anytime that word is said, it's there, and it's a sentence. It's a tweet. Weakened. Enemies deal reduced damage. 20% for normal weapons, 50%, 10%. Done. There's no additional mindfuckery. Fervor. Empower certain skills per stack. Okay. I'm going to find out more when I use these. Unhindered. Characters can move through enemies. I think that probably was a longer... It was probably iteratively. It was probably hold down Alt to hover over it. Because that's an industry standard, right? For, hey, underline thing, hover over it to get a tooltip for it. And I think, but this is the kind of thing though that PO 2 does so much better than D4 is the transparency. And what would be interesting is this way of delivering information. Hey, underline thing, fervor unhindered. Hold down Alt to get actually even more. So I can just have, yeah, like you said, hold Alt, then click on the tiny pin icon created in pharmaceutical commercial font size and release it, then hover over the next one, and then hold Alt, then click again. Like, if you want to get into the nitty gritty, into the nested, underlined tooltip, wiki format, right? Like, you know how remember you used to go like a Wikipedia page and just go like, oh, this is the War of 1812, which happened around the time of the Napoleonic Wars. Underline. Well, what's the fuck's the Napoleonic Wars? The Napoleon, when he created the French Empire. Oh, what the fuck's the French Empire? You know, like, I think like that pursuit of knowledge shouldn't be shunned in video games because there's people that love it. They love it. But I think that this distilled down version of deliver me information that doesn't really give me any, like, okay, damage is 12,000. What's that mean? Weapon damage is 524. What does that mean? Offensive. All damage. Vulnerable damage. Overpower damage. There's nothing that just gives me a static DPS number, right? When I look at PO, I just press a fucking button and I go, huh, okay. I see my skill orbs over here. What does this piece do? What does this piece do? Oh, it's a 400 DPS difference. I don't give a shit about all this. You know what I mean? I'll make the argument though, I guess, on the contrarian end of that, the other side of that coin is you can stack effects easier in D4 because it is distilled down. Right? Like I can stack crit strike and crit damage because I don't really know what the DPS influence is. It's reflected in the game, but there's no number here that says DPS to chase. So I guess it removes a layer of analysis paralysis. This used to be an actual DPS number. If you guys remember, it just used to say damage per second. So I guess it's maybe that's reflected on a 1-to-1, but I don't know how this branches into this number. It used to be a different thing. Okay, so we gotta do Lord Zin, by the way.
More loyal friends.
Lord Zin is here. Lord Zin. Or Zir, that's right. Darkened Way. I don't even think I have the things for him. The beast in the ice. Isn't this a... I gotta clear that before I can do that. It's still running. Yeah, here. There you go. Where was Zir? Up here. Grigor. Belial. Dariel. Duriel. Harbinger Hatred. Was it the one that's in the town? I can't remember where the fuck Zir is. Not the beast in the ice. He's in the darkened way. Ah, there he is. I got plenty of it. We're gonna go do the fuck out of him. No, you're fine. You can send the link again. Yeah, they're usually like explainers for the mechanics. Like here, I'll go over here. This says like introduces the pinnacle bosses. This is lair boss. Let me go do that just because it's gonna say like, oh, go kill the lair bosses.
You seem a hearty war.
That's cool. You can't just go right into this thing, right? Let's see. Let's take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. How useful is this for you? Aspect of Hail Salve. Healing while at full life fortifies you. Yeah, I thought about adding this thing in too. Damage enemy with a basic skill grants you 4% attack speed, stacking him to 5 times. But then I have to use advance 5 times every 10 seconds. Oh, okay. So then do you have the thing that allows you to heal though when you're at full health? Because isn't there there's something that allows you to still use healing potions when you're at full health. I can't remember what it was. That's pretty juicy, dude. I like that. Are you using it right here? Hmm. Yeah, I think that's kind of any build in this game is going to get you to 60. But then you just kind of hit one of those like those windbreaks where the game's like, now you actually need to make a build. Which is true of both games too, is kind of a fair statement there. You can get to most portions of Path of Exile 2 with a build that you just follow one thread, but then to actually sufficiently map, you really need to go a little bit harder in the paint. We'll do a couple of these. Maybe hopefully get a new, whoa, what the fuck's this? Oh, it's just somebody to go up there again. To go to the left, I think, to get to that? I can't remember. Yeah. There's also that, right? Because it's not cheap to refund passives in the later portions of the game. It might be worth it to make it free to refund passives up to level 40. And the game warns you like, hey, beyond this point. I don't know, maybe that's a little too hand-holdy. People get pissed off by stuff like that. Because they had that problem before, right? And they changed the scaling of it. Let's see how fast we kill this guy. Oh! I stood in that fucking thing for too long. That's a good point here. No. Oh no, oh no. I'm a little too hard in the paint on just like pure damage. And I'm paying the iron price. Yes. Yes. Oh, what? Oh, mine was already level 60. Well. Mine already has a pretty good roll in it, too. What is this? Holy Bolt once. We got that. Ian's Blessing. Got this. We'll do it one more time. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, is Ancient one. I think this place can drop the Ancient version. Oof. Thought I dodged in time. I did not. I don't know. I'm on Torment 2. So it should be that. And you know the nice thing too is you can do like... You can party find really easily. Slightly better with less chance for double zeal damage, which sucks. But it's 30% more zeal damage in general. Oh, we got Razor Plate, which we can use for that hypothetical build. Oh yeah, I wonder what this is like. Should be... I want to try and see what it does. Loss of 2 skill levels. Is that what it said? Oh shit! I didn't see that. I didn't see my skill levels were down. Whoop. I wonder what it says. Party members increase the chance of additional treasures from Horde. That's why I want to see what this is like. Oh! Wow. It's real good. This one's better. 10% less chance for Zeal, but better. Oh shit, we got Bilal. I got it again. That's sick. Oh. That's all I can do. Okay, I want to see if Bilal. No, no Bilal. That was fucking. That's cool. I mean, no, I don't really know much about Po2's encouragement of party systems. Is that a thing? Just fucking leave a damn party.
I hope the inn has something to warm me up.
I am glad I got Azure Wrath. It's one of my favorite weapons. So, do we get a better March? No. No. Well, this has better cooldown reduction. It does do a little bit less damage, which we don't really care about too much. It has faster movement speed. I think, yeah, this is a replacement. Enduring Faith, when you would be damaged for a life. Yeah, exactly, right? There's no, I don't think I've ever seen a mechanic around it. 2 Spear of Heavens, 3 Spear of Heavens, 7%, 6%, 8, 7, 8. Okay. So this, I think, not as good. Test of the Dawning Sky when you take temerity. Oh, these razor plates is better. 170 versus 185. They're both kind of equally not amazing. This one because it has less low rolls. Red Sermon we can get rid of. Wreath of Auric Laurel. Let's sort that. This will keep. We can start to actually. Better one all the way around. This one we keep. Giant Slayer. 330, 380, 49, 49 to. Okay, this is looking like, yeah, better one. Less all stats, but it's fine. We'll keep this. Red Sermons can go, and during Faith just to keep one. I don't really care about Temerity. Yen's Blessing has always been pretty sick. gone. Cathedral Song we already looked at. Red Sermon. Defiance Aura, huh? No, not ancient. Alright.
Father bless. What do you need?
The 184 all stats on that is really sick, but go slap crit damage into it. There's probably a rune word I could use. I just don't know the rune words very well. Go to Daddy Dariel and change these two. Actually, no, I wanna mastercraft that thing first. It's not an ancient version. Maybe it's not worth it to mastercraft. Because there's a lot of resources to do that. We can temper it, can't we? No, we can't. Yeah, maybe it's not worth it. This costs a lot.
The hammer sings on your return.
Also, like, leveling up all these individual things is kind of a pain in the ass. The gifts, you have to level them. You level them by doing... This is 44, this is 0, this is 97. This is what? Battling Belial in the pit. Battling Asmodan in the overworld. Dariel in the Utter City. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to level these things. Which is the one? I just don't understand when you would ever corrupt these. Why would you want to corrupt these? Am I not understanding this mechanic enough? It's usually the games that get more rewards when they are leveled up. Oh. Okay, I thought that at rank 2, each has a reward. The Purify is bonus reward. Okay, so rewards. Pangs of Dariel can drop gem fragments in Helltide. Purified rewards doubled. Briefly gain max barrier after becoming injured every 20 seconds. At rank 2, rewards include magic runes. So are we saying that corrupted is the one that then gets that rank 2 magic rune rewards? The rewards at the top now include magic runes? We could cash awards many activity skill. Many activity skill keys? What? Rewards quality improved to ample. Sometimes get an extra upgrade to the pit in the pit.
May your road be filled with wonders.
Wait, can't do that. Just making sure.
I'll see you again.
Got it. Okay. Corrupted has scaling reward though. Got it. Cool. Okay. Well, guys, that concludes our stream here for the day. A huge shout out here to Elrath, who gave out 5 subs, Femur, who subbed up with Prime, Caster Will, who subbed up with Prime, and Kirazin, who gave out 9 community subs. And both for Max Effect. Oh, wait. So you're saying you do that too? That's fucking wild. I feel like this is a really good one, though. Belials that persons are empowered and their attacks can daze you for them to knock you back. Like putting these two together for just like that reward frequency chance. Oof, baby, that could be good. Play around with that. But guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Let's get a raid going. Who are we raiding today? BioBoy is playing D4. CD on the 3rd is doing Arc Raiders. Perma Push is doing Ultima Online. Woody Joe's doing D4. Hunt Showdown. You too, man. Thanks for watching here. Sasha Gray is going to Barcelona. Don't know who she is. Dead by Daylight on Cruzador. Oh, dude, we're doing Miss Mills. We haven't spoken to Miss Mills all year. She's doing Star Rupture. I don't know what the fuck this is. But guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Thank you for all of the community subs that were gifted, that were given out through Prime subs and what have you. Thank you. We'll be back on Thursday. I might just play D4 until next week. Or we might just jump back into Poe 2 and play a little bit more of the Druid. I might make a new D4 character. I might make a new Poe character. I might just skip streaming and work on videos to kind of prep for Hightail. I'll just kind of have to feel it out. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Take care. Wash your hands. Stay safe. And I'll see you bros on Thursday. And we'll be jumping into a whole bunch of fun stuff this year on the channel. But have a good one. Take care. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Here we go now. Here in 3, 2, 1, go.